Cooper Flagg, at 18, has done what few people his age could. He has turned the basketball scene inside out. He rules the court like a seasoned professional with amazing abilities, top defensive instincts, and a relentless drive. Fans cannot get enough. Scouts are raving, and NBA players notice. But how could this young phenomenon have emerged so rapidly? What distinguishes him as a generational talent? And why are experts already evaluating him against all-time greats? Let's break down his path, the events that shocked the basketball community, and why Cooper Flagg might just be the future of the NBA. Early life and breakout moment. Cooper Flagg, from the little town of Newport, Maine, came to be well known in basketball, mostly due to his family's lifetime passion for the game. Growing up, he was surrounded by basketball. His mother, Kelly, née Bowman, was a University of Maine star. Ralph, his father, displayed his abilities at Eastern Maine Community College, and there was obviously a competitive attitude in the family. Along with his older brother Hunter and fraternal twin brother Ace, Cooper spent many hours playing fierce backyard games that not only sharpened his basic abilities, but also ingrained in him a fierce competitive edge. Cooper's brilliance was obvious from the time he arrived in middle school. He showed a sophisticated awareness of the game, combining keen instincts with exact shot blocking and inventive playmaking that belied his young age, therefore transcending his height relative to his classmates. Unlike his predecessors, his constant hustling on both ends of the court distinguishes him. As he improved his talents, his performances were ever more remarkable. His first year at Nokomis Regional High School revealed this commitment in full measure. Cooper played alongside his brothers and helped guide the three into a historic Maine Class A state title in March 2022. That title was more than simply a trophy. It was evidence of the basketball heritage of the Flagg family and the early promise of a star still to be born. Cooper and his twin brother Ace made the crucial choice to go to Montverde Academy in Florida, eager for more fierce competition and ongoing improvement. Renowned for its elite basketball program and track record of turning out NBA players like Ben Simmons and Scotty Barnes, Montverde provided Cooper the ideal venue to improve his skills. He challenged the best high school prospects in the country at Montverde, and his game changed drastically. He polished his defensive skills by timing his protection of the rim perfectly and enhanced his offensive game by arranging quick breakouts and honing a shooting touch many have likened to those of experienced pros. This era of development not only confirmed his rank among the best recruits in the country, but also suggested an even more bright future in basketball. His adaptability, being able to guard several positions, succeed in transition, and even step out as a consistent shooter, helps to explain why scouts and coaches think Cooper Flagg is not just another gifted prospect, but a possible future franchise-changing player. From the exclusive battlefield of Montverde Academy to the competitive courts of Newport and Nokomis, Flagg has always built upon his family's tradition, demonstrating that his ascent is no accident in every stage of his path. His combination of natural ability, diligence, and the intangibles of leadership will create the image of a player ready to change collegiate and professional basketball permanently. Key moments that shocked everyone. Although Cooper Flagg has had amazing performances on his path to the top, a few pivotal events really set him apart from other outstanding prospects. His supremacy at the Nike EYBL Peach Jam and his success with USA Basketball set him in a league of his own and demonstrated that he was a generational talent with the ability to transform the game, not simply another great young player. Featuring the top young players vying for national attention, the Nike Elite Youth Basketball League, EYBL, Peach Jam, is the most esteemed high school basketball event in the nation. Top recruits show where they fit among the best. In the summer of 2023, Cooper Flagg not only proved he belonged, but also dominated the tournament in a manner few athletes ever do. Flagg proved his ability to affect every aspect of the game by posting 25.4 points, 13 rebounds, 6.9 blocks, and 5.7 assists during one of his most amazing games. Still, it went beyond mere statistics. It was his manner of performance. With outstanding shot-blocking skills, Flagg erased layup attempts and sent shots soaring in the other way, shielding the rim. His 6.9 blocks in one game were evidence of his defensive supremacy. Along with scoring in the paint, He was hitting deep shots, pulling from mid-range, and finishing through contact against some of the top defenders in the nation. Flagg was setting up teammates with well-timed assists, therefore demonstrating he was not only a superb scorer, but also a complete player, unlike other high school stars who just pay attention to scoring. Shockwaves from this performance rocked the basketball community. Analyses, college scouts, and NBA players were talking about him non-stop. That was the turning point that made him from a top recruit a must-watch phenomenon. After his outburst at Peach Jam, Flagg was asked to practice with USA Basketball's U17 squad, a program that has produced some of the most outstanding players in the NBA right now. Still, Flagg stood out as one of the team's most dominant players, rather than merely fitting in. Flagg proved he could excel internationally against the top young players in the world by helping Team USA earn a gold medal during the 2022 FIBA U17 Basketball World Cup. Showing his ability to influence the game outside of scoring, he averaged 9.3 points and a team-leading 10.0 rebounds per game. His defensive influence was enormous, blocking shots, leaping passes, and locking down top international scorers. Though he was among the younger members of the squad, he always made the perfect move and set the tone with his effort and intensity. Flagg often appeared like the greatest player on the court during scrimmages and training camps, closely matching the top prospects in the nation, even players older than him. Scouts looked about. Knowing he may be at the top of the draft board in a few years, NBA officials were already circling his name. Not only were Flagg's efforts at Peach Jam and the FIBA U17 World Cup remarkable, but they also defined a period. He showed he could rule in the top level of high school basketball at Peach Jam. He proved with USA Basketball that he could shine among the finest of the best, including international talent. These were more than simply pivotal events. They were the type of performances that set apart future NBA stars from future role players. Following these incidents, the buzz about Flagg focused not just on his future, but also on his speed of takeover of the basketball scene. The climb of Cooper Flagg has been amazing. He is a future franchise player and a possible NBA draft top pick. Not only a great recruit, he demonstrates the reality of the hype in every game, every highlight reel block, every clutch play. So the question isn't if Cooper Flagg will become a star, it's when. And given what we have thus far witnessed, that moment is approaching rather quite quickly. Playing style, a future superstar in the making. Flagg is an interesting prospect, not only for his physical abilities, but also for his whole skill set, relentless drive, and superb basketball intuition. Flagg excels in defense. He can rotate at the ideal moment to block shots or disturb passing lanes, and he has an amazing capacity to read plays before they start. He is a defensive force at several positions, as his timing and expectations transcend his years. He not only blocks shots, he controls them, keeping them in play to create quick breaks. Scouts have likened his defensive instincts to those of players like Kevin Garnett and Tim Duncan, who had influence well beyond the stats sheet. The offensive Flagg has changed quickly. At 6 feet 9 inches with guard-like ability, he can score at all three levels, hitting threes off the dribble, finishing through contact at the basket, and displaying a top mid-range game. He is a headache for defenders because of his confident, fluid jump shot. He will blast past them if they engage in too close play. Given room, he will easily knock down shots. Comparisons to another talented big who can score from anywhere on the floor, Jason Tatum, have come from his aggressive game. Still, Flagg's passing is maybe his best attacking weapon. Unlike many rookie scorers, he is not self-serving. He views the court as a point guard and creates plays for his teammates. Flagg's playmaking skill makes him even more dangerous, whether it's a slick bounce pass in transition or a no-look dime out of the post. The hype is real. What's next? Cooper Flagg is generating stratospheric amounts of excitement, while his high school supremacy continues unabated. With his elite two-way skill set, he has not only been tearing up the stat sheet and gathering accolades, from state championships in Maine to dominating performances at elite events like the Nike EYBL Peach Jam. But he has also drawn attention with his Since the Blue Devils have a legendary history of turning out NBA stars from Grant Hill and Kyrie Irving to Jason Tatum. His choice to commit to Duke is historic, with some observers even claiming Flagg may be the most explosive rookie Duke has seen since Zion Williamson, whose one season at Duke redefined what a one-and-done talent could achieve. Duke supporters are already thinking about the transforming power he could have on the collegiate game. Beyond the college scene, the discussion is swiftly moving to the NBA. Now everyone's first concern is whether Cooper Flagg might be the top pick in the 2025 NBA draft. Executives and scouts agree almost exclusively that Flagg could be a franchise-changing player if he keeps improving his already remarkable game. He distinguishes himself from his contemporaries at 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan by being able to impact both ends of the court, scoring effectively while also locking down opposing offenses. Many have likened him to some of the best forwards in NBA history based on his work ethic and relentless drive to improve. In hype circles, he is even regarded as the top prospect since LeBron James. Flagg's dedication to Duke is a significant victory for the program, which has traditionally valued developing talent and fostering a winning culture, not only a personal milestone. His selection bet on Duke's legacy of achievement and the possibility of performing under a coaching team committed to development and responsibility. The buzz about his arrival has already prompted debates among college basketball observers, many of whom speculate Flagg might rekindle Duke's national championship ambitions and establish a new benchmark for freshman impact in the ACC. Cooper Flagg has already changed the game at every level he has participated. Thus, the consensus is clear. His path is only just beginning, even while the arguments about his future are still under development and raise issues regarding whether he might choose to stay in college for another season to improve his game. He is a once-in-a-generation prospect because he combines raw skill, unwavering work ethic, and crunch moment performance. Should his growth follow this path, he may very well be the pillar of an NBA team. What makes Flagg different? The basketball world has seen lots of brilliant young players, but what truly sets Cooper Flagg apart isn't just his physical gifts, it's the intangibles that make him unique. While many young players rely simply on raw athleticism, Flagg plays with the elegance and understanding of a seasoned veteran. His high basketball IQ helps him to process plays at lightning speed, making split-second choices that disrupt opposing offenses and generate scoring opportunities for his side. Whether it's reading an offensive set, anticipating a throw, or rotating swiftly on defense, his ability to make the appropriate action before a play completely develops offers him a considerable lead over his opponents. Flagg isn't only a superb athlete, he's a ferocious warrior on the floor. Every possession is handled as though it were the last. He hustles for loose balls, challenges every shot, and never runs from a challenge. Among players his age, this energy and dedication to defensive effort are exceptional. Typically, they define the difference between being just excellent and becoming very outstanding. His eagerness to leave everything on the floor has already garnered him accolades from coaches and scouts alike, who notice that his competitive mentality is reminiscent of veteran NBA defenders. Moreover, in today's NBA, adaptability is key, and Flagg represents that notion wonderfully. Whether he is stepping up to challenge larger players in the paint or moving on to smaller guards, his special mix of size, quickness, and talent lets him guard several positions. He can move from handling tasks usually allocated for power forwards or even small ball centers to playing as a wing. This adaptability not only makes him a nightmare for opponents, but also indicates he participates in all aspects of the game. Comparisons to top two-way players like Scottie Pippen and Andrei Kirilenko have come from his ability to both spread the floor with his shooting and guard the rim with his defensive abilities. Flagg's maturity off the stat sheet really sets him apart, beyond his physical assets and abilities. In interviews, he always stresses his dedication to ongoing development and a selfless attitude to the game, a perspective that reflects some of the all-time greats of basketball. This mental toughness together with his unwavering work ethic and natural leadership, imply that even as a young player, he is already able to improve his colleagues and propel the performance of his team. Cooper Flagg's combination of elite athleticism, cerebral playmaking, and relentless intensity sets him in a league of his own, even if many young talents shine momentarily on raw physical ability. His adaptability and sophisticated approach to every game promise not just instant influence at the collegiate level, but also the possibility to develop into a force capable of altering an NBA team. The road to the NBA. What's next for Flagg? With his commitment to Duke locked in, Flagg is poised to take center stage on one of college basketball's most illustrious platforms. Duke's storied history, one that has seen the emergence of NBA stars like Kyrie Irving and Zion Williamson, provides an unmatched environment where talent is honed and showcased under constant national scrutiny. At Duke, Flagg will not only face elite competition week in and week out in the ACC, but he'll also benefit from a coaching staff led by Jon Scheyer, whose emphasis on discipline, accountability, and relentless work ethic is designed to elevate every player's game. If his rapid development continues, Flagg could very well be a one-and-done prospect, entering the 2025 NBA draft as the projected number one pick. Already lauded for his versatile two-way game, boasting a blend of size, 6'9", 205 pounds, athleticism, and defensive prowess that has drawn comparisons to franchise-caliber players like Andrei Kirilenko and Scottie Pippen. Flagg's progression is being tracked closely by NBA scouts. His ability to impact the game on both ends of the floor, from locking down opponents to finishing plays at the rim, makes him a potential cornerstone for any franchise. Scouts emphasize that if he continues to improve his shooting consistency and builds additional strength, his ceiling is virtually limitless. Beyond the immediate benefits of Duke's high-profile exposure, the Blue Devils' culture of excellence and the high-stakes nature of ACC play will serve as a crucible for Flagg's maturation. Regular appearances on national broadcasts and intense rivalry games will provide invaluable experience in high-pressure situations, a critical factor for any player transitioning to the NBA. With every game, his draft stock is expected to rise as teams envision him fitting into an NBA system as a dynamic two-way wing. Despite the immense hype and lofty expectations, Flagg remains remarkably humble and focused. In interviews, he consistently stresses his commitment to continuous improvement, a mindset reminiscent of some of basketball's all-time greats. This dedication not only underscores his work ethic, but also positions him as a player who is eager to learn and evolve, both in college and ultimately at the next level. In short, with Duke as his launching pad and an already impressive repertoire of skills, Cooper Flagg's future in the NBA looks incredibly bright. His journey from a standout high school prospect in Maine to a national sensation at Duke is just beginning. And if he continues on his current trajectory, he could very well become a franchise-changing force in the league. At just 18 years old, Cooper Flagg has already taken the basketball world by storm. His blend of size, skill, defensive dominance, and competitive fire makes him one of the most exciting young players in the game today. Whether it's his shot blocking, his smooth offensive game, or his leadership on the court, Flagg has all the tools to become an NBA superstar. So, what do you think? Is Cooper Flagg the next generational talent? Will he live up to the hype and become an NBA legend? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated on the biggest stories in basketball.